Hello again, everyone. We are doing all of this in one big recording session because Noah's power went out and I decided to be irresponsible for Game 6 of the finals, which we will talk about. We will talk about Game 5 and Game 6 collectively, and we'll talk about all that and many more. But first off, happy summer solstice, everybody. We are going to start with the professional wrestling talk of the program, and I'm joined by the guy you actually want to hear from. Wake up, Noah. How are you doing today, buddy?
Today's quite the day. We're recording this on Saturday, June 21st, at 9:32 p.m. We've got a lot that's happened this week, for better or for worse, wrestling and non-wrestling.
Yeah.
It's been quite the week.
I'll
say that much.
We'll get to all that.
Quite the
week. Yeah, so there's been a lot of things that I've really liked this week, and there's a lot of things that I've decidedly really not liked this week, wrestling and otherwise. So we'll get into this. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with Monday Night Raw, which was on June 16th.
Otherwise known as Monday Night Morgan, because they're letting anybody have that catchphrase now.
Dude, do you know how special it was when RVD was originally in ECW and he got the Mr. Monday Night thing, and how it actually kind of like got him over?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just everybody who's a cocky heel can just have it.
I'm so sick of it. At first, I didn't think Liv was wearing pants during this entire segment.
Oh wow, that would have been even more fascinating.
But
so I did say the opening. The first thing I noted is, oh my God, Corey Graves, a tolerable commentator.
He was really good. He was really good.
He's the best one they have right now.
He was the best commentator all week. He had a lot of really good calls here, just all night.
Well, yes. So, Liv Morgan talked her shit, and Io Sky, had a good old local sports promo reference because it was in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and she was like, "Go Packers!" and everybody lost their shit.
So, I've got a question. When Dom was speaking, does it seem like he's not getting as many boos as he used to, or?
She's starting to like him now.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And also, Io had a line.
Yeah, people aren't.
Io had a line here where she said, "The great Nikki Bella."
The great. Yeah, listen, I am a Nikki Bella simp through and through, bro. That was my first crush in wrestling. And even the great Nikki Bella is insane. Insane work.
I thought this opening segment was pretty damn good, though. I liked it, because it was different than what we're used to with opening segments.
It opened with a women's thing, and it opened with something that was kind of okay. I don't know. It just...
Dom had my favorite line of the week, though. Did you write this one down?
Yeah, put it in. I might have. Hold on, what is it?
Give her what she wants, just like I do every day.
Yeah, no, I did do that. Give her what she wants.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Liv was really good in this promo. Really, really good.
Well, no, Liv's a great talker. We've talked about this. I used to hate Liv Morgan for years, and she's finally grown on me in the last 2 years. She's a competent performer.
Io was pretty good in this too.
Io was good. Io was solid. It's just
one of her better.
It's just promos. WWE writing that was kind of like,
made
it whatever for me. And there was one moment that like pissed me off because it was, Liv believing that Io could have handed her the title even for just a second.
Ooh, I like
incredibly stupid.
I like that part.
No, because
she was doing it in a comedic way. That's what I liked about it. You could tell she wasn't serious.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to laugh at the Outlaw, huh? See, I'm using my AEW standards on this WWE programming. No, it's bullshit. That's what it is.
The way I liked it because the way she sold it, but to each their own.
Yeah.
And then, by the
All
way, I
right.
kept count of all the ad breaks on this show. Let me tell you how
Oh my
many we
god.
got. We got 12 ad breaks on this program, which means 36 minutes of television time. We're on commercial break. Don't know how much time in total because they also did other like ad breaks during this. And the majority of these were during matches. So yeah.
Picture in picture, I would say doesn't count.
Yeah. It wasn't as
Oh, this
bad
was without
as
picture in
recently.
picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that seems decently okay, especially for a 3-hour show. Usually it's like
It wasn't as bad as
40
it was
something
last week.
minutes
It
instead.
wasn't as bad as it was. Well, it was a 2.5 hour program.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, then that's equal or as worse as what it could have been then.
It hasn't. It was better than it was the last 2 weeks. I'll tell you that much, or at least it felt like it.
That is true. That is true.
But after we got back from the first ad break at 8:14, we got into the 700th Fatal 4-Way this month, and it was only the 16th of June.
It really these multi-mans that Triple H makes are making me sick. He's expecting these all to be Triple H versus Michaels versus Benoit, and what they really are to me are like, you know that Four Pillars Fatal 4-Way match they had a couple years ago at Double or Nothing that I fucking hated?
Yeah.
It's that one. They all feel like that one to me.
I love multi-man matches, but it's getting crazy. And Asuka looks awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, oh yeah.
Maybe her best.
Kind of buried the lead there, man.
Maybe her best WWE like visual presentation up to this point. Would you agree?
Nah, her NXT presentation was fantastic. Nah, well, I guess main roster, yeah.
The way she looks, like her gimmick right now, it's so good. I know she was doing it before, but something about it looks 10 times better right now.
I also think it's because we haven't seen her in 16 months or whatever it's been, or 14 months.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. Like, I even popped for this, and I'm not an Asuka fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm like, oh my god, who can replace, like, Ivy Nile and Andrea the MAGA Giant I don't look forward to any week, right? So then you got Vicaire, who's fantastic, and then it's like, oh, well, who could be the fourth person? I thought it was going to be Nikki Bella for some reason, and then boom.
Oh, it's Asuka. By the way, before we get into this, I think Ivy Nile and Raquel were pretty damn good in this match. I thought that this was the best match of the night.
Everybody was solid. Everybody was solid. I wrote that in here. Everybody was solid.
I thought that this was the best match of the night, in my opinion.
Oh, of the night, absolutely. Yeah. No,
awesome.
I agree 100%.
For like no reason too.
That
it was really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I loved Vacaire's screw leg whip.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. One thing I didn't like was Ivy Nile's running kick to Stephanie in the corner that looked like that could have actually taken her head off.
Yeah.
Just didn't look safe one bit, but that's okay. She's still green. She's still learning.
Mm-hmm. I actually had a lot of notes here about how Raquel was really good for whatever reason. I think she was the MVP of the match.
I want to hear this.
I have a little section here with the little moment between her and Stephanie, which I think those two have really good chemistry for whatever reason. I said, good heel work by Raquel breaking up the perv's kiss. Also, that counter was awesome.
Yeah, no, that is good heel work. That's great.
Raquel looks really good in this match. Holy shit. Devil's Kiss on the apron actually looks sick. I can't lie. Stephanie and Raquel can actually work together. That's nice. Like,
I like the way you noted that. Stephanie can actually work.
Yeah. I will say that's my favorite Devil's Kiss yet because it actually looked like it could hurt somebody on the apron.
Yeah, it didn't look fucking stupid. I agree.
It wasn't just to get her ass over,
Y-
'Cause
Absolutely, yeah.
We didn't even get a shot of it, unfortunately, but
Right.
Ooh, do you want to hear my
Dude.
notes about the ad breaks? Because there were a ton of ad breaks in just this match specifically.
Yes.
Okay, so I had second ad break at 8:23. We got not even 5 minutes of action because of entrances still going on when we got back around 8:17. Third ad break at 8:29. Did we really only get like 3 minutes of action?
Yeah. Ooh.
And then they came back and finished the match without another one. So, at least I don't think there was another ad break, but there could have been. And then the fourth one came at 8:43. So,
Right. That's just insane though. That is still like crazy.
we just didn't get.
That's a thing.
I had a note here about Stephanie, some of the headbutts that Stephanie was giving out. I said that those headbutts from Stephanie looked both awesome and terrible at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. No, there's a bunch of like she makes them safe, but almost too safe.
Yeah.
It's really rough. But I think she'll learn. Hopefully.
Yeah. What'd you think about the finish?
I was surprised they didn't have. I mean, I guess they'd have to have Asuka go over, but like, I thought they'd give that spot to Stephanie. But that's fine. That's fine.
And Rhea came from out of nowhere in Timbuktu to cost Raquel, and I'm just so sick of the Rhea versus Judgment Day stuff. I'm so sick of it. Like
it just see Rhea and Damian need to get as far away from the Judgment Day as physically possible.
I mean, Damian is
like Damian's at least
Smackdown now,
but he's still floating in that whatever his gimmick was.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work, and the Ripley and Priest stuff just all feels so directionless right now. Both of them feel completely directionless, and
I agree.
Both of them can easily get back on track with just a nice feud, but my God,
two of the best workers in the company not being used properly. Yeah, they're being used.
I was gonna say not being used is crazy.
They're being used for sure, but.
Right. All right, so then a quick backstage segment with the Judgment Day that built some tension in the group. Gunther came to the ring to celebrate winning the World Heavyweight title from Jey Uso.
Yeah.
And the Ring General said that Uso was the better man at WrestleMania 41, but every other night Gunther is untouchable.
Let's talk about that Judgment Day segment though before we go anywhere. We kind of did skip over it.
All right.
No, we got to talk about it because there's a lot of symbolism that was involved in that.
Dude, you sound like fucking Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, because I'm
like reacts to a new.
It's because Roxanne Perez was back there, so I was paying extra attention. But
no Anthony Fantano.
I also had a second here where I thought somebody was cutting a promo while they were talking about that boxing match they were trying to get over.
Right? Yeah.
Was somebody cutting a promo?
I
don't know who it would have been.
No, I don't think so. I bet you if we're talking about live events, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the ring announcer filling time.
It could have been.
That's what I'm guessing, right? Because that's what they usually do. That's what Irvin did last year when I went to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Do you think
that was
Oh, go ahead.
But yeah, that was what she would do is during the commercial breaks, like when they were actually like on break and there was no match happening.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, she would just like read signs or something, and it was Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
What do you think they're gonna do with the Judgment Day? Who you think's turning on who? How's this gonna go? In your humble opinion.
Oh, I don't. In my humble opinion, that literally does not matter and does not
Yeah.
constitute to anybody.
Yeah.
You had more views on your Jimenez twin thing in an hour than you did for this whole thing. By the way, just letting you know that. You laugh. I don't find it funny. Yeah, you laugh right now, but I don't find that shit funny. Well, who's gonna turn in the Judgment Day? I'm thinking. I mean,
Is
shit.
Raquel gonna turn
Finn
on
did
Liv?
it before. I don't know why, but yeah, that's. I have no clue. I have no clue because everything just seems kind of out of it.
The women's tag titles are suffering, bro. The titles of doom.
There should have never been women's tag titles.
There definitely should have
damn
been.
women's tag teams.
I think there should have been. They just should make the division better because they have so much talent in it.
Right, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They could have made this so much easier, but no.
I said in my notes here, I said if I was anyone in that Judgment Day sex dungeon, I don't think I'd be able to. I don't think I'd be able to control myself with her in there. And then I said, Finn the Rizzler, ref, do something. If I was Roxanne, I wouldn't be able to control myself.
Oh man, yeah.
Finn lives life on easy mode, brother.
He does. He does. It's crazy.
But go ahead,
But
get into Gooner. Get into Gooner.
This is the segment I wanted to talk about because Gooner,
I'll give you
the
the
ring
floor.
general, talking to a very small audience in Green Bay, by the way, like really small. It's one of their smaller arenas they run.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised they even run it. I don't know why they do. I know it's like I've been to Lambeau Field multiple times. I go once a year at this point, right? And like the fact that they run the Resch Center right next to it, and it still looks like it's barely crowded because I've been to a Smackdown there as well. It just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know I complain all the time on the NBA stuff about small markets and the MLB stuff about small markets, but like, good lord, it just doesn't look good on TV to be running on the Resch Center.
Yeah.
Anyway, crowd started chanting Goldberg, and he came out. I think he tore his hamstring, limping, because he was limping after the kick. Did you notice that?
Yep.
Boom, 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 and he's like,
"Yep."
Oh my god, dude! It's sad. It's sad.
This segment stunk. I can't even lie. Because he said that
like
it took too long for Goldberg to come out there. I think.
Well, it's also that Goldberg was never a good promo anyway. Yeah. So why would you have him be the second half of this with a man whose English is his second language? I don't understand.
You're next. The way you said "you're next."
You're next. Oh my god.
You're next.
Like Excalibur, dude. Yeah.
He sounded like a
the
TV
guy
guide
Sega.
host.
Or the guy from Sega Rally in the arcade.
Oh my goodness.
Checkpoint. That's that guy. Anyway, I mean,
I'm excited for the match. It was
less than 10 minutes. What the fuck?
The reason why
is
because I'm gonna watch Saturday Night's Main Event with all my friends. We've kind of already planned it out, and just being able to see Goldberg's last match, that's history, you know. Even if he sucks, it's history.
But
I'm just excited to see him retire, just being able to have that last match, being able to have a send-off that a lot of guys don't get.
I mean, I know they're setting it up to be. Like, I understand that. And
it's not going to be, is it?
58. It's, well,
It's not.
I mean, it is in Atlanta.
It better be.
Oh, fuck. I just realized, no, they have the 2026 Royal Rumble in Saudi. Nope, nuh-uh, not happening.
Oh.
Now that they have him back in the fold.
I swear to God, if he beats Gunther, I'm gonna kill something. I can't take it. I can't. I can't.
Do you really think they made Gunther, the Uso drop the title to Gunther so Gunther could just drop it to Goldberg?
I hope not.
Fucking Goldberg, dude!
That's a TKO thing to do, though.
Oh my God. He's almost 60 years old.
You know who else is almost 60? John Cena.
Oh my God. We'll get to that later.
I'm trolling, but... What's next after this piece of trash?
At this point I put... all caps. Only having one match in the first hour is ridiculous.
It is, God, man. And then the next match they had was presented by Cash App.
That's right.
A TV
and it was
match.
JD McDonough versus AJ Styles.
They also called Chad Gable and AJ Styles a classic match on Monday Night Raw. Are we sure?
Okay, dog. Oh yeah, all right. Did we watch the same fucking? All right.
The guy who doesn't use Bluetooth headphones, or does he? I don't know. And Corey had an all-timer before the match even started. Right. He said to Cole, "Your incessant jokes about the size of his cranium about JD McDonough. That's an all-timer."
That sounded like it was written by the genius, Lanny Poffo, dude. That sounds like...
That is an all-timer.
Your incessant comments about his cranium are most unacceptable.
And then AJ and Dominic had a wild goose chase in this match. There was a couple cool moves by JD.
Yeah, okay. That I don't like that shit. Yeah, it's whatever. Like like I want to play the song in my head.
We got ad break number
JD
6.
Does his signature.
Ad break number 6 at 9:07, and then you take over.
JD does his signature big dive for every bump. Like that's just painful. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a match that was good, but it could have been great if they had a little more time.
Yeah, the thing about JD is so good that they just don't give him the chance to be good. Like, they don't give him the chance to get to that next gear.
I have no idea, and this could all be a theory, but there's a spot in the Walter versus Jordan Devlin match from years and years and years ago, from like 2019, that is where he almost like knocks Walter's head clear off, and Walter almost lands and breaks his neck and kills. It's kind of like the Shinsuke Nakamura John Cena thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I feel like he's still being punished for hurting one of Triple H's boys at that point. Just like how Nakamura was punished for hurting one of Vince's boys. I have a feeling that's what has been going on around here.
So, I have an idea. I don't know. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to see if you agree. But I think JD could be kind of like WWE's version of Darby Allin, where he just takes a bunch of big bumps. Do you think he could be something like that?
Yeah, and also not be a fucking idiot like Darby Allin is.
Yeah, but do you think he could be if they gave him the chance?
I love Darby.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, I love Darby. I love his wrestling stuff, but my God.
He's an idiot.
My God. You don't go in the middle of your push and say, I'm going to go climb Mount Everest. Oh, oh.
Oh boy.
No, but McDonough has more common sense than Darby Allin. He could do something very similar to that, and I wouldn't be against it. I
Cause
wouldn't be
he's
against it at
got so
all.
much talent. Like they gotta figure out what they
He
have with him.
does.
He's got a
I
big
mean,
cranium
is
too.
it? Yeah, he's got a fucking Minecraft Steve ass forehead.
He's a Funko Pop in real life.
He really is. You know, just to rib him, the next Funko Pop they make of him should be like 20% bigger than the rest of them.
That's a harmless rib.
I'm just saying, man.
That's unlike the old ones where they basically kill you.
Or
they poop in your bed.
Commit sexual assault, like Jim Cornette says, the good old days, and I quote. Like, dude, listen,
good
he's
lord.
right about wrestling, but when he's like, dude,
Back in the good old days, Brian.
Going, oh my god.
Back in the good old days, Brian.
Brian, back in Mid-South, Ted DiBiase would stick a thumb so far up your ass you'd be screaming till the hogs came crying home. Like, no, dude. No, that's not cool. That's not like...
To get back on track.
Do that.
To
I
get
had no other time where I could explain that. Bailey came out to the ring and gave a promo about what she does. She does for the fans.
I was finna talk about the finish of the JD and Styles match.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, I ahead of myself. Absolutely.
I thought that finish was cool, even though the pin was. It looked like the pin was kind of botched. But I love that Styles Clash.
But that happens all the time. No,
Yeah.
Styles Clash is clean, sexy as hell. It's great.
Yeah, and I thought Finn was finna throw Dom into the ring and just like turn on Dom there.
No, oh my god, on a Raw in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Well, if you want to make your TV product any good, you would.
The Mr. Kennedy came out in me at the very end of that.
And then
unironically,
Tozawa.
I vacation where Mr. Kennedy lives.
Oh, good lord.
In Wisconsin, so
Green
where
Bay.
he was born. So no, it wasn't. It's not Green Bay. It's a little bit further up north, but yes.
Oh, and Akira Tozawa gave a little bit of motivation to Sheamus before his main event big money match tonight. He said, "Sheamus, kick his ass."
Oh my god.
And also we got more Theory and Waller gay tension. Just break them up already.
They, won't they? Which, no, dude, really, it's been almost 2 years. They're not Miz and Morrison, okay?
Just do it, brother.
Actually, that's what I'm thinking that Triple H thinks he has right now, is Miz and Morrison.
Instead, he has potentially one of the best baby faces in the business if you give him a chance. And he already has one of the best heels in the business if you give him a chance. Just break him up. Break him up. Do it. Austin Theory can become your sympathetic babyface. He's got so much potential. Grayson Waller is just a natural heel. He's really good at making people mad. Just break him up. They're not even like a good team. Like, they're just not.
Yeah.
They don't fit each other.
They're not. They don't have any chemistry together.
Break them up. Take the chance.
But it's...
Have the feud. Let them finish their feud at SummerSlam. Or, if you want to give them a little bit longer, let them finish later on. Pause. And just give Theory the sympathetic run where he tries to repent for all of his sins that he's committed over these past 3 years.
You know, when you said that, I immediately thought of the South Park episode where Cartman and Butters like go and try to make things right. And like, I'm gonna make it right.
Oh. Anywho, Brian, we get into the best horsewoman promo in I don't know how long.
Oh my God.
With Bailey.
Yeah,
I think Bailey, one of her best promos maybe ever. This was really good. I
This was
liked
my
it.
favorite segment of the whole show.
I liked it. Maybe the whole
Bailey
week.
came out of the ring.
Honestly, it was really good.
Gave up. No.
Well, no, I forgot
that's
about.
not true,
I forgot about the
there's-
absolute last thing we watched on another
Yeah,
show.
no, that was peak. That unironically was fantastic.
This was too. Though, so.
Yeah, no, this was.
Becky Lynch
everything
has
was
never
pretty
watched a football
straightforward.
game in her life. Just gotta put that out there.
Because she had that's how you get heat, man.
Yeah.
Chicago. Boo, what the
Becky.
fuck? Like
Becky, the Packers have owned the Bears for like 20 years straight.
well, longer than that, Chief. How long's Favre been? It's been almost 35 years.
Oh.
No, my favorite part about football season is Seth Rollins either saying "I love football" or "I hate football" whenever the Bears win or lose. That's just really fucking funny to me. I don't know why.
Man. And
He tweets it every single week.
So Becky was talking about how Bailey forgot how gold felt like. Mind you, she was world champion not even a calendar year ago.
Yeah, she was world champion later than Becky Lynch was?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. Because, like, you're holding the... Like, I would have just fired back with mid-card belt.
But this promo, I think both of them were really good. Becky was playing the really good delusional heel role. And...
Becky's at her best when she does stuff like that. I like that.
I wish she would have done it with
she's
Lyra.
Just generic.
I wish she would have done it with
Yeah,
Lyra.
I wish she was generic, boring heel. She sucks. But when she does this shit, like the big time Bex thing, it's great. It's good stuff.
When she's delusional, she's at her best. She married Seth Rollins.
Fix her, Seth
so.
Rollins said. They did a decent job setting up the match. But like I said, the Wisconsin crowd booed her as soon as that Bears jersey was even shown. There's... The violent hate between Wisconsin and Illinois is hilarious to me, considering I'm right next to them. So, it's just really funny. I have to go up to Illinois to get to Wisconsin, so I don't know what they're yapping about. Anyway.
Do you think that this was Bailey's... Do you think that this was Bailey's best promo ever?
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, which one would have been better?
2019, the Smackdown where she beats up all the inflatable things.
Ah, well.
Her first heel turn. That was fantastic. That's her best promo.
This was probably her best face promo then.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We got a bunch of Kathy Kelly appearances on this show. But
Dude,
in my notes,
whole bunch. I even said Noah's gonna go.
In my notes, every time she came up, I said I'm gonna control myself, and I did. I controlled myself.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother. Bray Wyatt himself.
And then I said when they did that another Jay and Gooner thing, I said please don't run another Jay and Gooner match. I can't take it.
Dude, no chemistry.
They're gonna do it again.
Chemistry. They are. Of course they are. That's the only way they're gonna try to have Rollins cash him in. I don't know.
And we had
the next match.
Ooh,
yeah.
You missed a pretty.
Oh yeah. No.
Big segment that goes along with the Becky and Bailey thing.
That's true.
Lyra. Put in my notes. Lyra is going from good to great in full display. This character development is great. She looks insane. She looks insane. I don't know what it is, but there was just a switch that was flipped with Lyra over these past couple weeks. She was already really good, and she's great right now.
Instagram, she has like this behind the scenes, and it's her just smiling, just normal,
Yeah.
normal human being. But whatever.
But that's why we stay. That's why we stay on the
I
television
digress.
product, brother. We got to keep kayfabe, so we don't look at Instagram.
I digress. Behind the scenes, it's literally just the biggest, stupidest grin ever.
And another thing I noticed.
Sitting on a box.
And another thing I noticed is that Nick Aldis is all of a sudden the GM of Raw.
Oh, yeah. Adam Pearce. I don't know what's wrong with Adam Pearce in Green Bay, but like the last few times he's been around, or the last few times they've been there, he hasn't been there.
Let's look this up. Adam Pearce, Green Bay, guys.
Does Adam Pearce have heat with Green Bay? I know he blocked me on Twitter for me calling him a ploopy, but
Oh, he's a Green Bay Packers shareholder.
that doesn't. that doesn't mean he can't show up in other shows.
I know, but I just saw that, so it kind of
What the fuck?
made me think.
Oh, I'm sorry,
you know?
that caught me so off guard. Yeah, he's a Green Bay Packers shareholder. Oh, great. I hope I don't bump into him at the shareholder meeting this year.
One of his gimmicks was U.S. Marshal Adam J. Pierce.
Yes.
El Hijo de Matt Classic. Masked Skymaster 2. Tommy Lee
El
Ridgway.
Hijo de Matt Classic.
Yeah.
Huh. Matt Classic was on fucking...
That was Colt Cabana.
Yeah, that was Wrestling Society X, too.
Mm-hmm. He must have been involved.
Also, Shotzi Blackheart, one of her old gimmicks was Missy Haya's shit and Joey Ryan's penis.
Okay. Yeah, and we're moving on from that one. So... Next thing...
Okay.
Liv and Kyrie, there's not much to say about this. Freak accident, Liv got hurt, neither of theirs fault. Stop. I deleted Twitter. I deleted Twitter because I saw that people were blaming Kyrie for this, and it just... I can't dumb myself down to that. Like, I can't.
We're not grading this match since a legitimate injury occurred. I'm just telling you in advance.
It was not.
Whatsoever.
It wasn't either of their fault. It just happened. It's something that happens when you're working as much as Liv is, even though they're not working that much recently.
Well, I know, but Liv's working right now is just like she's doing too much. They're doing too much with her. It's crazy.
She's a workhorse. That's what it is. She's a workhorse. She's a dynamo. She doesn't want to stop.
Yeah, well, dynamo.
Like, she's given everything her all. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I know dynamo, but I'm like dynamo. Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, is that?
Wow.
Am I stupid? Yo.
Yeah, the first three things that come up with Liv Morgan on GIFs are all about her butt cheeks, so that's fantastic.
Oh, let me look that one up.
All right, dog.
Liv Morgan.
You just look up Liv Morgan. I didn't even look.
No,
up
they're
Liv
not.
Morgan's
One of them's
asses.
just her face.
Oh yeah.
The other two,
Booty,
though.
Booty. You don't even got nothing going on back there, dog.
Okay, are we ruined? Are your standards that bad? Like,
Nah, it's a bubble. It's not like.
okay, can we
You be
stop?
looking like Bubble.
Can we stop discussing?
You be looking like Bubble Buddy back there and not Bubble Bass. You know what I mean? By the way, if she's a workhorse, she just got sent to the glue factory.
Okay.
Anyway.
I said, "Oh fuck you,
I wanted
Cole,"
to get-
for that transition, because Cole had some type of transition. I don't know what it was, but pissed me off in the moment, I guess.
It was probably a sponsorship thing. It was,
Yeah.
no, I'm sure. All right, this week's main event was.
We got a carrying
quarterfinal
cross
match.
segment before.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh my God.
I don't
Yes.
remember what it said, but these are my notes here. I said, a third Kathy segment. I don't know if I can control myself. Never mind, I'm good, no gooning anymore. Carry Cross, let's go. Carry in the goat. Or
It's
goats.
the
Michael
Groat.
Michael Cole is
Carrion's
so
the Groat,
white.
bro.
Michael Cole is so white. 10th ad break at
What did Michael Cole
9:55.
say?
I don't remember. I wish I would have put this shit down. But main event time.
What the fuck did Michael Cole say?
Main event time. Corey Graves had another good call
Yep.
entering this, mentioning him and Rusev and FCW. And he also had a pretty
That's
good call.
really-
Or not,
That's
he
bullshit.
didn't. Well, hold on. So, you see where Michael Cole did the Fight Night gimmick when Sheamus came out?
Yep.
Leave that gimmick up to Pat Maggle, please. Please.
Well, it's just, I mean, yeah, it's a problem that McAfee, like, he go there, Fight Night, but like Corey Graves can't do it, and when Wade Barrett does it, it just makes me cringe because I don't like Wade Barrett's voice. All right, that's a personal thing for me, but it's an ick.
Whole lot of good calls in this match. Corey Graves had another one.
Oh yeah, man, this.
Corey said, I hope they readjust the ring. This has more beef than a Brazilian steakhouse. And then I wrote, Corey Graves got good randomly.
I took a note about Rusev's music.
You took a nude?
What? A note. I took a note of Rusev's music.
Go ahead.
And like it's just too bland. We need the old song back.
Rusev Butia.
Rusev Butia, Rusev Machka. Like that shit would get a pop. I'm just saying.
You know, they did pop me here though with the Sheamus and Rusev exchange. They popped me with that one, brother.
By the way, Michael Cole said they haven't been opponents in almost a decade, and that made me like feel ancient.
Oh my god.
Like as in
wasn't Rusev the one that beat him for the US title too? That would have been around the last time they. Was it Rusev that beat him for the US title?
Wait, whoa, no, hold on a second.
I think it was 2014.
Which US title? Which US title reign? I have to take a look at this because like all of this shit like goes by so fast.
It had to have been, brother. I think it was.
Hold on.
You're fucking with me, man.
Was this the chaotic thing of 2019 where they were just exchanging the fucking US title like candy?
I was talking about 2014. Yeah, it was Rusev.
14. Oh no, that would have been over a decade. They said, "Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This was
Ron
around
Buffalo.
the last time. Yeah, 10 years ago.
Wow. My God! And then Rusev had it again, and then Roman Reigns got it, which loud boos. That was the first wrestling show I ever went to. Clash of Champions 2016. Anyway.
Hold on. Let's look up how many times these two have been in the ring together.
Oh, you're going to cage match? It's gonna be something insane.
So how do I do this?
Like house shows too, bro.
Worker.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go televised only with this.
Famous. Rusev. Broadcasted shows. WWE. Oh, there was a show tonight from PBW.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, we'll submit that one. We'll see what we get here. Says the only one. Oh, that's because I did 2025. I'll go to like 96.
Yeah. I'm looking it up right now. Here we go.
I'm here.
36. 36 times.
36. When was the last one?
Actually, I forgot to put singles match only. Hold on.
The last one would have been 20. It would have been 2014.
The last one. By the way, the last singles match. Yeah, the last singles match they had was in 2014.
It was that U.S. title match. Wow.
No, it wasn't. It was the week after.
Yeah. That's what I mean. A U.S. title match in England.
That. Yeah.
It wasn't the week after. It
Wow.
was 7 months
Holy
later.
shit.
Wait, no, I'm reading that
No, it
completely
wasn't.
wrong. I read that completely wrong.
What? I was like, what the fuck?
Can
Oh
you
my
tell I'm
God.
tired?
Oh my God. Well, it's also in the, because this is a German website, it's because it's in the other format. Tell you're tired. How late were you up last night?
5?
Okay. I don't get why you do this to yourself at this point. I mean, we could play like poker.
Okay, so back to the match.
Anyway, oh my God, what the fuck?
This was
spent way
awesome.
too long on that.
I love this match.
It was.
Actually, I think this was the best match of the night. Maybe of the week. Well, no, not of the week. We have one to get into later, but
I'm not gonna lie. No, I think that I still like the women's match more, and
I just
you
like
know
how
that's
much.
pretty impressive.
I just like how much meat was in this match, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything looked like it hit, you know?
And then the spot with Sheamus getting Bronson Reed up and holding him there for several seconds.
Yeah.
Like, that's unbelievable. Celtic workout indeed, fella.
Seth showed up there. He was mad as hell. Like, at the end, after the match. And then we got Cody. And then I put here, why is everyone beefing? I love this. I just love when people just beef. Like,
okay, No, the ending of this, I think this is why I didn't like it, because it felt a little too WCW 2000 for me. Because that Breaker showed up, and then Sami Zayn and Penta showed up, and then LA Knight showed up, and then Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes showed up.
Just enough Russo in this match. Just enough, I think, for me.
There's not... No, you can't say there shouldn't be any Russo in any match.
Yes, there should be.
What the backstage segments are for.
A little bit.
What are you talking about?
Just a little bit. You gotta keep it entertaining. Come on.
Oh
There's no Lawler and Funk anymore.
No.
When you have Jey Uso in a match, you gotta make it entertaining somehow. Anyways.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Damn it.
I said Jay doing too much, like 3 different occasions in this.
Jay do be doing too much.
He was doing a whole lot of nothing. I said get in there, Sean Ricker.
Wow, my God, that's...
Bro, did you notice that little moment that Seth and Cody had at the end? Seth was literally shaking just in anger.
Oh yeah. He's so good.
That looks so good.
He's so good in his role right now, and he's...
I just hate that this is what it... I hate that it is what it is, you know? If it was just him by himself being this crazy, I think it would be better. That's just me, though.
Hey, speaking of which, there's video from tonight they've been at that stupid Fanatics Fest in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron was with Triple H, so they had a photo of that.
LeBron, he don't like your kind.
CM Punk. Okay, that's crazy, bro. But CM Punk interrupted Rollins' entrance, and they did a whole like staged, worked. I didn't see this yet. That's cool.
I just hate Fanatics Fest. That's about it. I just hate it because of all the people that are there. They had Aiden Ross there, Neon there. Like, fuck off, you know?
Yikes!
Like, just fuck off.
Yikes! Yikes! Gross.
Like, just fuck off, you know? Just doing too much.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Do you wanna give your final thoughts on Raw right quick before we move on to
Raw was mad average.
Next without an E.
Wait, oh yeah.
An X triple.
That's funny. Man, I wonder how Vince came up with that. I wonder if he's like, damn, we got our superstars coming up next. next, and he's just like screaming it. People,
Next. Next.
I can hear that.
Next. Anyways, we opened up the Tuesday night program. Go ahead.
Fucking hell, bro. Jada Parker.
Goon bait. We opened up with some goon bait.
Jada Parker.
Jada and Thea.
And then Thea Hale attacked her from behind.
I did not care
and
for
then
this.
They rolled it to the ring. No, I fucking hated this match. Yeah, nope. Didn't like this.
The finish.
We don't know.
This finish happened multiple
we don't
times
even know
this
if
week.
Jada Parker. Yeah, we don't even know if Jada Parker's a heel or a face at this point.
Neither with
know.
Thea. I can't tell. I don't get what they're trying to do.
It's so bad, and like, yeah, the tap out thing, that's so cliche.
It happened twice this week.
You know, it
happened twice.
Yeah. You know, there was a letter on one of those guess the program things that was like talking about one of those false finishes that happened for the first time in like San Antonio in like the 1960s.
Yeah.
How the people were going insane for it.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine if we did these like even like once every 6 months.
Yeah. But then they do it twice in 1 week and make it cliche. The match sucked and the finish was awful. Because it's not a big enough match to have that type of finish. You threw it away on a random TV between two prospects.
This sucked. All right, this really was bad. Are there any other words that I can say besides bad or awful? Like, can I pull out Chris Jericho's list of 1,004 words? Like, horrible.
Was there anything good on this show? Because what I saw, there wasn't. I didn't like anything on this show that I saw.
We got Kalani Jordan versus Lash Legend.
And I like Kalani and Lash. Also, did you see the stupid Blake Mariah May Monroe promo? It's making me uncomfortable.
Oh, fuck.
I thought I was watching a wrestling show. I'm supposed to be watching a wrestling show instead of OnlyFans. It feels like I'm watching an OnlyFans promo video. That's what it feels like. Like,
yeah, I know a lot about those. Did you see my mini?
I saw
rant earlier in the server about that?
I saw it.
I didn't know what y'all would think about that. I thought like somebody was gonna be like, "Oh no, how dare you!"
I cannot stand this Blake Monroe character already. Like, I don't like it.
Okay, let's.
What's your thoughts on it?
Are we just gonna skip right to it?
Before you leave, or before we go on to the Kalani and Lash thing, what's your thoughts on the just Blake Monroe character?
No, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Fuck it.
Okay.
Best women's division in the world. WWE has always been her dream. Fatal Influence shows up. Oh, you were talking about her in the bath, right?
Yeah, but I was also just saying, what's your thoughts on the character? Like, just the character Blake Monroe.
I hate it.
I like the glamour.
No,
the glamour was pretty good, but this just, God, I don't know, man. It just doesn't. Something about it makes me just uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. And, you know, normally I like
the
seeing
use of SpongeBob stock music.
I like seeing hot women on my TV, but something about this just isn't clicking. I don't know. Is it just me, or
this? I don't think it's gonna work.
I wish they would have just kept the glamour.
By the way, this was almost.
Go ahead.
There was almost all women matches on this show.
Yeah, because they're building for the Fatal 4-Way next week. Another multi-woman. God, it's gonna get so old already.
Let's talk about.
But yeah, go ahead, Kalani and Lash.
I don't even. Do I even want? Do we? Can we just skip NXT as a whole? There really was fucking nothing here. There was so much nothing.
I got an EAS warning in the middle. in the middle of the Kalani and Lash match, I got an EAS warning. I should have knew I was cooked from the jump, but. And we also got that awful little Tony D'Angelo, Luca Crusafino promo. And then
oh my god,
Stacks pulled up with those random goons. Like, who are they? Did I miss a part in the plot? Who are they?
The show, dude. The show is so fucking bad right now, dude. And I don't even know how that's possible.
And Sean's a good booker. It's just something's not clicking.
Something's off. Because Trick Williams, AJ Francis. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna talk about it.
I had a line here where I said, "Is Tony gonna insult our intelligence and act like he can't go back and look at the footage and see he was clearly looking for stats, like with the blunt object or whatever Luca had when he hit Tony tonight or Tuesday night." And then I put down here, I said the trick segment was nice, and then my power went out after it.
Oh, and then we got a Chase U segment. Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this show.
You said something about Lola Vice, so that piques my interest. Well,
Jordan Grace beat Lola Vice. That match was good.
Oh. Two good workers.
Serviceable. No. That match was perfectly fine. Like, this show, I genuinely felt like it was such a waste of my time this week. And I'm sorry if we're being... His power went out. I started losing my mind after this, shortly after.
I will say, I didn't watch the match, but Lola Vice has been improving a lot, just in ring.
Oh yeah,
from where she first started. She's got money written all over her. She's gonna make millions. She is money. Obviously, she's got the look.
One way or another.
Yeah. Okay. But she's got the look, and she's got the background. She's got a good repertoire of moves. Yeah, I like her as a prospect, and I think she can end up making a whole lot of money and a whole bunch of WrestleManias.
As many WrestleManias as Virgil claimed that he said he worked.
Yep. Totally.
17, by the way.
Yeah.
Claims that he worked 17 WrestleManias.
Oh god. What was the 6-man like before we go on? We won't even talk about anything else.
The 6-man, because like I said, Dynamite and Smackdown were actually good this week. I think, in my opinion, because they both had 2 all-time classic segments at least.
Yeah.
And that's better than anything Raw and NXT has put out.
Well, and Raw had some pretty good segments. The Bailey segment was really good. The main event was good.
But I didn't like it as much as you did, but
all right,
I agreed with you on 2 of these things here for Dynamite and SmackDown, that these were both insanely good. It's the best thing we've done since starting this thing, that's for sure. The 6-man, everybody else was impressive, but when AJ Francis got in that ring and looked like a big lump of unbaked dough.
I will say before the match actually happened, AJ cut a pretty good promo.
He looks like my Uncle Joel.
I like his promos. That's all I like about Flop Dollar, but I like his promos at the very least.
He's the shits.
He is, but his promos are nice. Make him just be a manager. There's money in him being a manager. There is.
Do you imagine if he managed Swerve, if they kept that shit going in WWE? That could have actually worked.
There's money in him being a manager, and I've said this ever since he debuted. There's money somewhere with him. He talks well. At the very least, he talks well. That's true. He's no John Cena, but he talks well. Well enough. All right, Peyton, we're back a day later. I want to make a quick transition here. Join the Discord server. Like, real talk. Peyton, aren't all the
Yeah.
coolest people on planet Earth in the Discord server? Isn't that where everybody goes to be cool?
Yeah, you know what? Most of them are pretty cool, actually. I was genuinely surprised just because all of my other Discord servers were full of terrible people who admitted to like things that would get you sentenced to jail IRL for, like tax fraud.
Oh,
But
nice.
these these people, they pay their taxes. They're good people here in Renaissance.
We're not
Anyway,
outlaw. Okay,
we're
so
not. We are the top option. We're not the outlaw.
we're not the outlaw mucho. But anyways, we're gonna start this with finals talk because it's Sunday. Then we'll get into Dynamite and Smackdown, and we'll talk about the Cup if we have time, depending on how late it is.
Well, no, we can talk. We can talk about the cup. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I know hockey's not your thing, but I watched every game, so
All right.
I'm cool with it.
We'll just see where we are after Smackdown because it is 11 o'clock at
I'm
night.
mentally where I am.
Because I have to, I have to edit all this tonight, bro.
Come Monday. Well, I'm sorry that a world war broke out.
Yeah,
Your
I know.
power lost.
I know.
I'm sorry that I went to a Game 6 party that ended up being one of the best times of my life. So, yeah, pretty inconvenient.
Very. Okay. We might be coming on Tuesday. I don't know yet, but we'll see.
Oh, I love that idea. But no. You said that last time. We got there barely, like 5 hours, but it's all right. It's all right. You know what? Okay, let's talk about the NBA Finals so I don't have to waste any more of your precious time.
So I'm going to present the facts. Peyton's going to present the feelings. So, first things first. The Oklahoma City are your 2024-2025 NBA champions. Capping off just a historic season, all in all, both for them and just the league. There was a lot of things that took place this year. A lot of things happened. It's a big change going on. And I think it's time that we just admit that Shea is the face of the league now. You know?
Yeah, no, he definitely is. There's no doubt in my mind.
MVP with a championship ring. Not a lot of guys can say that they've done that.
At the same year, yeah. No, there's no doubt in my mind that Shea's the face of the league. He does it in the smartest way possible with his foul merchanting. Like it's not even a complaint. Like that's genuinely a smart thing to do. He's gaming the system. It's like what Jimmy Johnson used to do in the NASCAR thing. Like people would claim it's rigged, but it's like no, he's just taking advantage of rules that benefit him. It's fine. It's fine right now.
Yep. So 7 games. Oklahoma City won tonight, 103-91. Watch the whole game live. 22 turnovers from Indiana. You're not winning games when you turn the ball over that much.
Dude. No, you're not.
You're also not winning. You're also not winning the game when you miss as many free throws as they did. You're also not winning a game when nobody aside from TJ McConnell scores for about 10 minutes of game time.
Longer than that, 13 minutes.
Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton went down in the first half. Prayers out to his family. Prayers out to him.
Yeah, I guess.
It was a rough watch, but I still don't think Tyrese would have made much of a difference.
I mean, it could have made the thing a little closer at the end and a little more exciting for people. It would have been a 6-point loss instead of a 12-point loss. So, really, who cares?
I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander played the best game of his career, albeit not the most efficient. He was everywhere tonight, both on offense and defense. It really wasn't foul merchanting, like everybody wants to say. He was everywhere.
Oh, yeah, no, he was.
All those assists he had, I think he ended up with, 12, 13, something like
12
that.
12 or 13. Yeah, it was something mental. It was incredible to see him
points,
do that stuff. Yeah.
Incredible. Just an amazing defensive game. Lou Dort had the best game of his career. I'll go out and say that. Caruso was on one. Chet played very well on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. No. Everything you're saying is factual. Like I said, I'm not mad at this run whatsoever because this is my team. We managed to make the finals for the first time in my lifetime. Uh, and I knew we didn't have that good of a chance. The fact that we got it to 7 games is pretty impressive. Like
Yeah.
if I was Mark Denahall, or that's his name, right? Mark Denahall.
Yeah.
That's the coach for OKC. Yeah, I'd be pissed actually that they got it to 7 games instead of us being favored to either sweep or go to 5. Like, come on.
Yeah.
We're objectively a much better team than they are. How is that possible?
J-Dub with a great game as well. Just this
Oh yeah, no.
This Oklahoma City Thunder team is so good. And it's not like
special. It's special.
It's not like they have an amazing on paper roster. It's just the way everybody comes together and gels together.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but it's special because everybody's not even
is.
entering their prime yet.
I
That
think
means
Shea's
you
in
got-
the prime. I think
Well, you say that, but he. Oh well, yeah, no, he is. He is.
he's in his
just
mid-30s.
I was adding his age together, and yeah, he is. But like, I'm saying, you just wait. This team could win 3 titles in 5 years.
If Caruso stays playing at this level through his early 30s, if Dort stays at this level. By the way, Aaron Nesmith is one of the worst basketball players I've ever seen. That was a horrible.
Oh my god.
Horrible
Nesmith,
game from Aaron Nesmith.
Nesmith is below me. Nemhard and Nesmith, I'd be perfectly okay with parting ways with at the end of this season.
Nemhard, no, because Nemhard was playing his ass off this game.
No, but Nemhard does too many turnovers, which is why I started calling him Blowhard when I was, am significantly under influences of many things.
He shouldn't be your primary ball handler, and I think you just got to understand that. But what he brings on the offensive side of the ball is amazing. He was chasing Shea's shadow 24/7. He was always there. Like he was playing his ass off in this series, and just overall, I'm an Andrew Nemhard guy. I think he's really, really good. So
yeah, now listen, Aaron Nesmith. The only thing that he had contributed to these first was Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals for the Knicks, where he shoots the 7 3-pointers and plays out of his mind.
Yeah.
In the 4th quarter. That's the only thing that he's done positively to contribute to this team in these 4 rounds.
He did a whole lot of cardio tonight, I'll tell you that much.
He took a lot of bumps. He's our little Darby Allin, I'll tell you what. Oh my! Speaking of no, I'm not gonna do it like that.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah.
Because
This season though will go down in history. There will be documentaries made about just this series and just this playoff run. It was a Cinderella run.
Playoff run, 100%.
Cinderella run against just a well-oiled machine. And
the fact
Oklahoma
that it went
City.
to 7 games, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, is it bitter? Yes. Had one of my teams that I root for not made a finals since 2015? Yes. Or wait, no. 2016, because the Cubs won the World Series in 2016. So yeah, it'd been 9 years still.
And I still haven't seen one from any team.
See, it was great to be early 2010s being a little kid and being a Chicago Blackhawks fan, I'll tell you what. But yeah, it was
Still waiting on the Hornets to give me a championship ring. It's never happening.
It's like if Brandon Miller admits that he did it, even though he clearly did it. But
LaMelo's gone. I think this might be the offseason that LaMelo goes. Like it really might be. It's coming up soon. He's not gonna be a Hornet much longer, especially if we don't perform well next year. He's not gonna be a Hornet for much longer. He just can't.
Hell no. You're right.
What a season. Obviously, the Luka trade.
Oh.
Everybody's going to remember that one. Like, still to this day, the craziest notification I've ever opened my phone up to. Like,
yeah.
Just so much.
Yeah.
So much happened this year, man. Speaking of a whole lot happening,
KD getting traded.
I was gonna maneuver us into the KD trade. Speaking of a whole lot happening, lots of moving pieces.
Sorry, man.
Lots of moving pieces in the Kevin Durant trade. Kevin Durant to Houston for Jalen Green. You're gonna have to help me here. I know the number 10 pick, who was Dylan Brooks. Yeah, Dylan Brooks.
And then 5 second-round picks.
Horrible trade for Houston. Absolutely horrible.
It is a terrible trade for Houston. I have no idea what the fuck they're smoking, dude.
When are teams gonna learn?
Dylan Brooks.
When are teams gonna learn that Dylan Brooks and players like Dylan Brooks are the most essential players to winning championships? Dylan Brooks was the Grizzlies and he was the Rockets. When are teams gonna learn this? When are they gonna learn this?
Well, if Phoenix wins a championship with Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks, that's how we'll know.
Interesting now, because we know they're moving Bradley Beal in the offseason. They just have to. I don't know where to, but they have to. And now you have a starting 5 that includes Devin Booker and Jalen Green on the same basketball courts. It's gonna be a fun team to watch.
That's gonna be.
I don't know how good it'll be, but it'll be fun to watch at least.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Then you throw Dylan Brooks in that starting 5. I'm forgetting a bunch of players on the Phoenix Suns roster, but
oh shit, they have a no, they don't. Is Josh Jackson still there, or am I stupid?
He's been out of the league for like 5 years.
No, fuck. Who am I thinking of? This shit. Yeah, it was Josh Jackson I was thinking of. Oh my god, I feel like an idiot, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, he has been out of the league for like 3 years.
So
I'm also
this is who I was thinking of. So I just don't remember his name. Oso Ighodaro, I think, could make a jump. That was who I was thinking of at center.
Averaged 4 points and 3 rebounds. He was a second-round pick. Okay, I see.
He's a guy that could potentially jump. Obviously, they have Bol. Maybe they can fix the Bol experiment.
I don't think so, dog.
The talent's there. The talent is there. It's so there. He just doesn't fit anywhere because he's a 7'3" point guard, man. Like, he doesn't fit anywhere.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, when you're 7'3"
Bol facilitating the ball to Jalen Green and Devin Booker for catch and shoot opportunities. Sign me up.
Oh my god. Oh man, what a heathen.
Speaking of heathens,
that doesn't even sound entertaining.
Speaking of heathens, let's talk about Adam Cole.
Oh my fucking god, you didn't even let me get to finish what I was saying about KD.
Say it. Go ahead, say it. We're here.
Okay. Final word about KD is that I cannot believe the gall to get rid of a franchise cornerstone like Jalen Green to put somebody who's going to be 38 or 37 this year, right? I can't believe you would do that. Like, you said it. How good is KD going to be for how long?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense in the long term.
Exactly.
This is a 3-year thing at maximum. Like, what? And if you guys don't win a championship in the first year, he's going to request a trade anyway.
Exactly. He's playing
for the Larry O'Brien at this point.
Speaking of things that won't be here in 3 years, AEW
Dynamite.
Live from Arena de Mexico.
We tried our absolute hardest to get through this, and then all of a sudden, people start doing terrible things yesterday.
We don't need to get into
Mexico, in Mexico City, AEW Dynamite.
Great show.
And we opened.
Great show.
It was a good show because we opened up with Adam Page talking in Spanish. Promising to
Crowd was
get back
into
at
it.
Moxley.
Crowd
Loved
was in
it.
it. Crowd was
Loved
in it the whole night.
The crowd wants Hangman to be the guy to beat Moxley, which I don't agree with, but you know.
It has to be him because there's no way. There's just no way it keeps going. It has to be Hangman. We can't keep doing this.
No, dude.
We can't keep doing this.
He can't keep getting away with it.
We can't keep doing this. I'm sorry.
We can't keep doing the worst world title reign I think I've seen in like the last 9 years of being a wrestling fan.
At the very least, Hangman can be a transitional champion to a guy like Swerve or MJF. At the very least.
Boom. There you go. That's how to do it. I mentioned took this note last night, but since we're not talking about last night, Excalibur tried to translate Hangman, but Hangman was talking too fast, so Excalibur ended up looking like a moron.
Surprised Excalibur
so
didn't drop a
sucks.
few racial slurs in this one.
I'm surprised Excalibur didn't pretend he was special needs.
Okay.
I'm blocked by Excalibur just because I retweeted that video because it was like Happy Autism Awareness Month, and then I immediately retweeted that video. I quote tweeted that and added him, and then he blocked me.
Oh. Oh my god. We get into a 14-man tag team match.
Dude, just looking at this is like the most Tony Khan shit I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't even hate it. Normally I hate these kinds of matches, but I didn't really hate this one.
It was average.
It was about as good as you could get
average.
a 14-man tag match to be.
14-man tag team match.
Just never do
so
this
Atlantis
much
Senior
at one time.
Ever again. Atlantis Senior, Atlantis Junior, Bandito, Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia, Brody King, who wore a disband Ice shirt, so I thought that was pretty based. He's a nice guy. And Templario defeated Hechachero, Josh Alexander, who has become such an afterthought that makes me really, really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Takeshita, same with Lance Archer.
Kyle Felcher.
Kyle Fletcher, Voladar Jr., and Dax Harwood, and not Cash, because I don't think Cash can go into Mexico. Because of his incident with law enforcement a couple years ago. Like, I think they booked this match, and then they were like, oh, fuck, you gotta be kidding me.
Adam Cole got the biggest pop of the night, I think. Like...
Oh my god, the Adam Cole baby and the boom, that was huge.
They love Adam Cole down there, man. I used to love Adam
and
Cole.
Hechachero, I think I used to at one point. But yeah, Hechachero and Bandito were the two that like really impressed me.
Mm-hmm. Bandito's awesome.
In this match. Well, I've never been a Bandito fan, but I thought he did his best work that I've seen. And Hechachero had an excellent match with Bryan Danielson on a Collision a couple years ago. That made me a fan of his. But yeah, it was solid. I mean...
It didn't overstay its welcome.
I think it was weird to see Atlantis Jr. getting the pin. Even though Bandito needs it more, and Brody King needs it more, or Adam Cole needs it more. Like, I don't know about that.
It's a 14-man tag match. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What is this, bro?
Then we moved into Wash Kata against Mark Briscoe.
Well, now that you're saying that not very nicely, because I just felt bad about, like, it was really nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It really was nothing. It was, at least AEW re-aired Briscoe's like thing of why he was fighting for Kenny.
Yeah. Because
I'm like, why the fuck is Mark Briscoe here? Okada did there was a good spot here. There was a good I don't want to say comedy spot, but it was like a semi like not serious spot. All right.
Yeah.
Okada hits a diving elbow on Mark Briscoe, then puts up the middle finger. Then Briscoe bites the middle finger and then hits the froggy bow.
Oh.
I loved
awesome.
that. That shit's great.
They do a better job at explaining these matches than WWE does on a week-to-week basis.
On a week-to-week basis, but long-term, it makes no fucking sense.
Well, neither of them make no sense, you know, like...
No, that's true.
So...
But, you know, I'm surprised Don Callis entered Mexico after last time. Remember, he got beat up by that one cameraman?
I mean, as he should have been.
That's the one where he... Well, I know. Well, yeah, fuck Don Callis, but he, that's the one where he's screaming, "Conan, Conan!" as he's getting like beaten up. It's fucking hilarious.
Speaking of people getting beat up,
Mania a couple years ago.
Speaking of people getting beat up, MJF after this match. This was one of the best TV matches of the year. This was awesome. This is great.
Say, but it's in the top 10, I think, for my favorite matches of the year so far. I loved it.
Yeah, Mystico and MJF. It just felt like it felt like a classic match.
It really did, and this has legs, I think.
Sin Cara, is it?
God, fucking hate that. Last week, that still bothers the shit out of me. Yeah, Sin Cara, huh? Like, come on.
Oh, I wasn't recording. No, I'm kidding. I was. Let's keep going.
I was about to say, what? But yeah, he was like doing it like the 80s foreign heel, like how like a Russian would go into American soil.
Mm-hmm.
But like putting over the babyface. Their chemistry is fantastic. I was shocked about that.
Yeah. Well, they're both brilliant.
But I mean, the DQ was a little messy and not ideal for Arena Mexico. I know.
They're setting it up for All In. It's gonna be at All In again, I think. Right? Has to.
Yeah. Be. I mean, I sure hope so. Right?
I want to see
them.
You're in
Texas.
I want to see them go at it again, man. I didn't get enough tonight, or not tonight, Wednesday night.
Or Wednesday, yeah. Well, listen, I liked Mi Muero.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance.
Yeah.
Mystico's entrance? Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah. Dude, MJF getting the late advantage by spitting into the eyes of Mystico, then poking him in the eye. That stuff's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
Such good heel work.
I don't know.
It's so textbook.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, and then there was one spot I loved with, where MJF's reversing La Mystica into a tombstone, and then MJF almost got the count-out win, and then Mystico gets back in and 8. Oh my god, that stuff is so simple.
And now you want to see
so amazing.
Now you want to see the babyface get even with MJF.
Yeah, no, like this.
This is good story. This is good storytelling.
It just genuinely surprises me that we have this all the time. That when there is one like solid when there's one solid segment, we actually can praise it for once instead of just shitting on things all the time. Like it's so rare that we're doing this.
It's nice to where we both agree with something.
I mean, it's nice that we both agree something is fantastic, and it's just the PP spot, the red, white, and blue plaid,
where he goes and hits Mystico in the face with his Johnson. That's good work. Like
that's so much. He's just such a lovely heel. It's crazy how much. I mean, I know this is so selfish of me, but of course I want him to be in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Should he be paid as a top 5 guy? Absolutely not. But screw it. If we can get this there, Let it happen.
Television so much. Could you imagine this version of MJF against this version of Cena, bro? Oh my god. Even though they're both heels, it would be so just fucking awesome.
Yeah, it'd be. Anyway, I'm a little too drunk to announce this, but
He ripped Mystico's mask off.
Yeah,
great.
and then they had the extra.
That was great. I liked it.
Yeah, no, it was all good. This is one of those TV matches where I'd actually give it like a 4.5-star rating, unironically.
And now you want to see it again. You want to see the babyface get even.
I actually want to see it again, and I'm sorry, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked that I liked something from AEW because it never happens. It never happens. Speaking of things that should never happen again.
The 4 million pesos fatal 4-way.
High flying 4-way match.
Can we just agree to skip this one?
Yeah, no, fuck this.
Hologram won it. I wasn't a fan. Speaking of things I'm not a fan of.
Lucha.
Speaking of things I'm not a fan of, Mercedes Moné,
Mercedes
aka
Moné?
Sasha Banks, won the CMLL Women's World Championship. I was very impressed by I still don't know how to say her name. Zeuxis, right?
Zosis?
I don't know how to say it.
Zois. I think that could be it.
Something
like that.
Well,
that UX is very French, so that's why I'm like, I don't think it's like Zeuxis.
Awesome. I was pleasantly surprised.
But no,
by her.
that was. No, you know, it's so funny. Every time Mercedes has a match in AEW, it makes her opponents look way better. She's good at that. She's good at making her opponents look great.
For sure.
But she's not great herself. That's what I said about Stephanie Vaquer when I saw her last year. I was like, oh my god, she's fantastic. And wouldn't you know?
I think this is one of the better Sasha Banks performances I've seen, though. I think she was pretty good, personally.
Yeah, no, I think it was okay, but like, do we really need to have her win another belt?
No. And now you're kind of booking yourself into a corner here. Because if she doesn't beat Tony, where do you go from there, you know?
Right. Tony Storm arrived in the Carmen Sandiego gear for the run-in.
Oh, speaking of which, this had my favorite moment of the whole week. When she suplexed Mercedes. And all the belts went flying.
Yes.
That was my favorite moment of the whole week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can you tell I'm a simple guy?
Good. You're right. You're right. That was pretty good. No, shit. This show was mostly good, except for the Death Riders and the young Bucks and the Beast Mortos.
Did you know
versus the Ops?
Did you know that Shibata is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time?
The man without a brain? How's that possible?
He's so awesome. I watched Shibata and Ishii at the 2013 G1, and that was just... I fell in love. Like, he's so good. I like when people just hit the hell out of each other. Can you tell? He's still good. I don't give a damn.
I'm gonna put a...
That TV match he had against...
asterisk on that.
The match he had against Mox earlier this year was phenomenal. It was a television match. It was great. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Shibata's amazing. Best worker in the world. Trust.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding. But
Jesus Christ. Okay.
We got a 14-man tag, and now we have a 10-man tag. Please, just stop. Like...
Yeah. Claudio Castagnoli couldn't get there, so there's the Beast Mordos. And then, no, Ospreay got the biggest pop of the night. Oh my god.
Yeah. He's out there.
Dude.
I'm coming around more so to Will Ospreay, I think.
Them doing the Ospreay, that thing was nuts.
I can't really give Ospreay any more hate. Like, you know, he's proving me wrong.
I like that the Young Bucks could not do anything to Powerhouse Hobbs. Because, you know, there has to be some realism. Because Mr. Big, Black, and Jacked, AEW's words, not mine.
My favorite nickname
You
of
can
all
still-
time.
You can still buy that T-shirt, by the way.
We should buy
I
it.
encourage it.
We should buy it.
I like how fat white guys like myself can wear the big black and jacked shirt. But no, seriously, the Bucks not being able to do anything on Hobbs. Okay, cool, whatever. But the heels won the main event in Arena Mexico.
Well, I mean, you want to see the baby faces get even. This is what you got. You gotta want to see them get even.
I understand we just talked about this, but like at least Mystico won by DQ, right?
You've got to give the people a reason to want to watch Moxley and Hangman. And if you continue to make Moxley the dastardly heel that keeps winning, that's going to entice people to want to see him lose.
Except he doesn't, because he tapped out clean to Samoa Joe.
Calm down. Calm down, brother. Calm down. Listen here. It's fake. It's fake, all right? It's fake. Don't get too angry.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just drunk. It's different. No, I'm not on another bender. I wouldn't do that to you.
No, Mom.
Give me some more Hot Pockets, mother. Oh my God. Also, he beat AR Fox in a non-title match on Collision, which we didn't watch because we've had like no time at all. Yeah, fuck Collision, like seriously.
So, bro,
anyway, even though we didn't talk about,
go ahead.
Yeah, that's too much. Brother was talking about watching New Japan and Stardom before this happened. By the way,
I'm still going to. I just need to find the time.
Nah. Oh, you can't find time. That's your problem.
I can. Are we gonna give our final thoughts on AEW? Very good.
Dynamite was great. That was one of the best ones in months and months. Maybe the best one of the year.
And then we get into Friday Night SmackDown with some horrible commentary. Awful. Terrible commentary. Joe Tessitore's horrible.
Oh my God.
Get him away. Ban him.
Oh my God.
Question mark ban at Joe Tessitore. Please.
Question mark ban at Jordan. Okay, so let's. The Joe Tessitore experiment is not working. It's not working. Nobody seems to like him. He doesn't seem to like doing his job.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. We'll get to that during the Jacob Fatu segment. We'll sure get into that one.
Right.
So, speaking of the experiments, the LA Knight experiment has been working for the past 17 years, and Triple H doesn't want to acknowledge it. LA Knight gets a huge pop. He comes out there. He wants a fight. Heyman comes out, does some good heel work. His voice keeps cracking. And he's allegedly LA Knight's #1 fan in the WWE.
Yeah, I have no idea. Did Heyman get like kicked in the nuts or something before this as a dare? Because he kept going, and it's like.
And LA Knight made fun of him for it.
He started sounding like Paul Bearer after a while.
Oh.
So.
But LA Knight really wanted Seth Rollins, and to be honest, it felt a little bit homosexual. Can't lie to you.
Yeah, no. I want you bad. That reminds me of the Magnum TA promo where it's like, I want you, Tully. I can't wait to touch your body.
What the fuck?
Between Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard.
I hate my life. This is what my life has come to, by the way. This is what my life has come to.
I want you, Tully Blanchard. I can't wait until I get to touch your body.
Speaking of people touching, LA Knight wanted to fight Paul Heyman. He was working the crowd, and then Paul just dipped.
LA Knight is a fantastic promo. He's done some really good stuff right now.
Seth Riders come out, and then all I'm thinking of is, ref, do something, they're gonna kill him.
I also put, you suck 'em dry, quote, LA Knight 2025. That was like one of my only notes for this whole opening segment, and it was just quote, "You suck 'em dry."
Bro, did you see how Braun Breaker
Jesus.
like threw him across the ring with that little takedown he did, dude?
Oh my
Good
god!
lord!
Oh my god!
He sent him to Timbuktu, bro.
Man.
Like,
he's so incredible. It's just
he's with the Seth Riders. Like,
it's
unfair. Like,
yeah, it's unfair. There should be a world title program between him and Gunther right now instead of Gunther and Goldberg, but you know.
So, a note I have here is this story is fun because they're making it fun. Because LA Knight is so good.
But also the performers are giving it their absolute all. And I admire that. Stop it. I don't want to see Shohei Ohtani's home run. Sorry, there was
Even Bronson Reed's pretty damn good. And did you see where Braun was barking at Byron Saxton?
Yes. Dude, he's managing to get fucking barking over, dude.
God, he's so good. He's so good, man.
He's so amazingly good. And then we go from a segment that was pretty, like a solid, 3.5 out of 5 stars to one that would be like on Smackdown in 2018, not in a good way. Asuka and Alexa Bliss.
I put in my notes, I said, Asuka finna put on the carry job of a decade, isn't she? So
she did.
I said that, at least I think this match was okay, but it wasn't anything special. Asuka still is sick.
Both washed.
Asuka's awesome. Regardless of if she's washed, she's still awesome. Like,
no, I agree with that.
You cannot replace the aura that Asuka has. And
that is correct.
And then
Wade
she started
Barrett noted on commentary that.
Go ahead.
Wade Barrett noted on commentary that Alexa Bliss hadn't been champion in 7 years.
Please don't tell me.
Which I didn't even realize. Probably, dog. Probably.
Speaking of the commentators, at the end of the match, it looked like she was flirting with Joe Tessitore, even though he sucks. She came up there and just stuck her tongue out like a fucking dog. Like, we've got multiple dogs in here.
Ex Joe Tessitore fanfic. I'll do it. Hold on. Let's see if that already exists.
No.
If not, I'll make it.
No.
I'm gonna make it. I'll make it. Joe Tessitore goes, "Oh golly gee," or whatever this white guy says.
No! Cut the cameras! Cut the cameras! Cut the cameras! Cut the cameras!
Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna say anymore.
And then we get the backstage. The backstage segment with Charlotte and the Chelsea Green Colt.
Oh, I skipped this.
I wanted to see Alexa slap the hell out of Charlotte, because Charlotte is a bitch in character and a bitch IRL. So, then we get into what was going to be an Aleister Black squash, but guess who interrupts? Ron Killings, who gets buried later on in the program, but we'll get there. He came out of nowhere. Aleister Black doesn't even want anything to do with him, so that's how you know he's crazy. And
that they kept trying to put that over on commentary, and I was like, okay.
Then we got the backstage. Well, we got one before this. We got a little video package ad.
Well, and then we also had the thing with Sami Zayn. Cody comes out. And
that's
Sami
later.
Zayn was talking about it. No, wasn't that?
No, I have it in my notes.
Wasn't that after?
I have it in my notes here.
Oh shit.
So, after the Aleister Black thing, we get into a video package that had an ad at first, and I low-key thought we was gonna hit commercial and then come back to the video package.
Oh, the Papa John's,
yup.
dude.
Yup. And then the Truth and Priest
Yeah,
segment with
man.
Aleister Black involved, it kind of popped me, I can't lie. Loved me some Damian Priest, loved me some R-Truth, loved me some Aleister Black. And then, oh my goodness, Cody Rhodes!
Yep.
And then I
Raheem,
yeeted everywhere.
my boy. and then,
I was eating everywhere.
And then I missed my pants.
I yeeted everywhere.
No, yeah.
They were hinting at the Cody Rhodes heel turn
but-
during this promo, it felt like. Did you feel the same?
Yes, but like at this point,
Do we even want to see
what baby faces do you have left now?
Randall
like,
Keith?
You're teasing. Oh, I guess, but you're teasing at Punk going heel. You're teasing at Cody going heel. Cena's already a heel.
I guess Cena's turning face.
I mean,
again.
Roman, I guess. Yeah.
That's
I
probably
guess
where
that's
they're
what's gonna
going
happen,
here.
but-
And then they're gonna set up Punk, Cody, and Cena in a triple threat at the Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view. Is that what that final pay-per-view is gonna be called?
I don't think. Is it? I didn't know that.
Was that? Did I get sent told on that one like a few months back? I might have. December WWE pay-per-view 2025. Let's look.
You know, I once got head from a girl with no teeth, and I called her toothless aggression.
I hate my life. Ooh. Okay, so we're getting Survivor Series in San Diego, which will probably end up getting moved to like LA or something. Then there's a Saturday night's main
San
event.
Diego's
That's
close enough.
Saturday night's main event is gonna be somewhere in there. I don't know when.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't get sent told. I did not get sent told because in February they were considering a Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view. I don't know if it is actually going to happen, but they were considering.
They haven't announced it yet. At the very.
Yeah.
But let's not bury the lead here. Randy Orton is going to the finals of King of the Ring for the second year in a row.
Oh boy. Okay, let me rant a little bit here. This is horrible. And I love Randy Orton, and I hate Sami Zayn, but Sami should have won. Sami should have won. You're killing your television. You make Sami look like a fucking fool. You're burying Sami over and over again after months of trying to put him over as gonna be the next world champion. Like, come on. It's bad television.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no damn sense. It's got to be just.
I guess you're right.
It's got to be just for the star power. Like that, it has to be. Just star power.
Well, of course, Cody versus Orton is going to draw more money than Cody versus Sami.
I agree, but like, come on, dude. Sometimes you can mix star power with coherent television. You know. And just it's.
I think
over.
Sami Zayn's joining up with Karrion Kross.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. But at the same time, I want to see a babyface Sami Zayn run. Like title run. World title run.
We had it
Yeah.
a chance a couple years ago. It's not gonna happen. Man's gonna be 40 or is 40. I don't know how old Sami Zayn is.
I think he's like 38.
I just
He is 40.
fuck off. I'll take Cody versus Randy at Night of Champions any day over Cody Rhodes versus a skinny little indie goof. Boo! Who
But
never
it's
learned how to
just-
work.
Brother, it's
Boo,
just
and has
the
a bad
like.
attitude.
Brother, it's just the like. It's the principle of it, you know? If you're gonna book somebody like that, why would you not go all out with it?
Where I know what you mean.
Like, I don't know. But anyways,
Hey, can we talk about something here? Because the next one is Tiffany Stratton interrupting a promo with Nia Jax. And announcing a last woman standing match for next Friday night.
I don't want to watch it, man.
I told you a few weeks ago that was one of my that was my least favorite match of the year, was Tiffany versus Nia. It made me physically sick.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Are you finally admitting that Nia Jax is one of the worst pushed wrestlers in the history of the company?
I'm saying she's worst pushed because of her booking.
No, dude, she's Mabel levels bad.
No, she's not. Stop lying.
Yes, she is, bro.
She's not Jasmine next level. She's not Jasmine next level, dude. Stop.
Fuck, you're right.
She's not as bad as Nico Vance, okay?
You're right. But Tiffany Stratton is getting more confident on the microphone, so I do like that.
A little too little too late, because we haven't gotten to see her do anything with anybody besides Nia. And Naomi a little bit.
Yeah, Naomi teasing the cast.
Charlotte
was nice.
too, but back to you.
Yeah. But it's just, it's whatever. Anyway, speaking of all hail the queen, Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green in a heel versus heel program.
Let's go ahead and let's give Charlotte a win at the expense of one of our most popular women's stars.
Yep. Clean, nonetheless. That was really not great, and I love Chelsea, and I like Charlotte. Okay, my fault.
Speaking of nursing homes, let's put Charlotte Flair in one. But, so
no.
Come on now. This match could have been so much better, but
no, it could have.
I can't, man. Like, I'm just so sick of Charlotte. Like.
But I like Charlotte. I was the only person who popped when she won the Women's Royal Rumble when everybody else was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah! Because that was awesome.
It's just so stale, dude. Like.
She's so stale. Well, so was Rick at this point. It's just gotta happen.
But do you remember what we were watching post 2008 Ric Flair? I don't want to see that again. Stop it. Please.
Dog, it's not to that point. She's like in her early 90s Ric Flair era where it's a little bit of a slump, but she'll get back to being good. And just give it a couple more years.
I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of you. No, I'm not giving it a couple more years. I'm so sick of it. I don't want her on my television. I'm sorry. I can't stand her. You gotta stop being a glazer here. I can't stand her. Her time in the sun's done.
Well, yeah, no shit. Piper Niven delivered a senton to Flair that almost looked like it was gonna like completely take out her lower left leg. That scared the shit out of me.
I low-key liked because it looked real, and you're supposed to look real. It obviously didn't actually hurt her because she was fine afterwards.
Well, no, we figured that out later. I said it was a scary moment. I wasn't like, oh my god.
It looked great. Everything Piper does looks great. She's great. I said great a lot of times in one sentence, so that's great.
Okay, Tony.
Great.
Ding.
But anyways, they're killing Chelsea Green already. She probably should have never lost the title.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really bad idea. I have no idea.
And I'm the biggest Zelina Vega glazer there is, so horrible idea.
Yeah, no. It like Zelina Vega's doing nothing with that title right now.
But it's really not her fault.
It's kind of. Well, it's also because they don't like her for some reason.
We're getting Zelina versus Julia next week, though. In Saudi, because of course. Why isn't it on Evolution? I digress, but I hit my mic. Whoops.
Well, it's okay. The Saudi people can't goon because they're gonna be in full bodysuits.
Yeah, you're right. But anyways, we go into another all-time segment, in my opinion. I love this. I love the Bloodline. We get the Jacob Fatu.
Solo Sikoa calls
moment.
out Jacob Fatu.
I thought this was going to be where Hikuleo debuted, but talking me to tears, I guess, right?
Right.
Jacob made a lot of really
but
good
Jacob
points.
Fatu's so good.
Dude, they're both so good. They're both so good. Like,
they're both incredible.
This is money. This is so money.
Good. No,
run it for a year.
This could
please,
honestly,
Paul. Run it for a year.
This honestly could be the semi-main event of Night of Champions, and I wouldn't even be mad.
No, I wanted it at SummerSlam. I wanted it at SummerSlam.
Well, I think it will be at SummerSlam.
I don't think you should rush into a match yet. That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It's only been like a week. You gotta let things build a little bit. Don't get it to the point where it's stale.
I mean,
but you gotta let it build a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Nobody saw the potential in you except me.
We all saw it. Stop your cat.
But then it's like, you've even been using me so you could be tribal chief. And it was beautiful.
It's good storytelling. Like, you don't get it that often. But we got it here.
No, not at all. And I think we're also both very tired and very just willing to praise things, as you'll figure out by like the literal 3-hour runtime compared to the 4-hour or the 2.5-hour runtime compared to the 4-hour runtime we had last week.
Yeah, last week was rough.
That was really bad, dude. But well, and then up next, LA Knight versus Bronson Reed.
Awesome. I liked it.
Big.
It was more of an angle than a match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, as a match, there's nothing here.
I liked
but the angle was fine.
The idea of it, I think it was good. Especially starting off where he was holding back Breaker. I liked it. It was what it was. It didn't overstay its welcome. And we're continuing to build this LA Knight versus Seth Rollins thing, which is either going to happen at Night of Champions or Saturday Night's main events.
What I laughed at. Did you hear when Tessitore? Oh, you forgot your little rant about Tessitore and the Fatu thing.
Oh, he fucking sucks. He fucking sucks. And then they attack his legs.
That's so
bad. He's so terrible, man. Like, get him off my screen.
Then they attack his legs.
No, he didn't even have that much enthusiasm. Dude. He goes, and then they attack his legs.
Attack his legs. Wow. Oh my god.
That sucked.
Oh my god.
Get him out of here. Get him and Wade out of here, bro.
God, I can't stand Wade. Wade. What an obnoxious voice to listen to for 3 straight hours.
Commentary team of doom.
I always nightmare blunt rotation. Tessitore. Wade Barrett. All right. Well, let's move on to what was undoubtedly the best segment
of the week.
Anything for this of the entire week. Well, it started with Ron Killings.
At the expense of Ron Killings.
Yeah, rest in peace, R-Truth's serious push. Sorry.
He was beating the fuck out of him, though.
It's
He was giving him that ferocious truth there. But anyways, afterwards, we're not even gonna talk about it because we gonna talk about the pipe bomb.
Well, we should talk. Well, no, because we should talk about Cena hits Truth with the title belt, ends in a DQ, right?
Yeah.
CM Punk comes out. CM Punk goes and we start having a fight.
And we get a Slim Jim table.
Good until And then the Slim Jim table. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't.
They had to
that's
get
a
it in
real
the shot.
thing.
They had to get it in the shot.
I can't believe that's a real thing that they're doing now.
Vince has
And
done
now that's the
something
second week in
similar
a
to it,
row.
but like
When
he would do different sponsorships randomly, like with weapons and stuff.
I don't ever remember that.
Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. But anyways,
I mean, the fireball ladder was the first time I ever saw a sponsored weapon in my life.
that's not true because we saw the Slim Jim table first.
Oh, that's true. But he retrieves the microphone, cuts an amazing version of the pipe bomb.
Hey, Rain Man. Hey, Ring. Hey, newbies. How you guys doing?
Oh my god.
I cut my promo. Peyton, I hope you're sitting there uncomfortable.
I unironically am. I'm like, whatever. I mean, I got quite a few pops. The Claudio mention was a pop because I love Claudio Castagnoli. Talking about how he's not a punk, he's a capitalist, and then that's one thing. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Cena's right. His tweets are strong, but his actions are weak. He has no real defined set of morals.
As much as I hate to say it, he's right.
CM Punk is just a corrupt bastard like the rest of us.
And he said bullshit on TV.
Wait, the fact that was uncensored on USA really did impress me, and that had to have meant they had to ask somebody ahead of time.
Yeah.
If they could do that. That's the only way they could have.
This is hotshot booking, but a good form of hotshot booking.
No, it's really nice because this is Cena's best thing that he's done
since he's turned.
Since he's come back, right? And that's going over this last year, even with Money in the Bank 2024 and him announcing that he was going to retire. Like, it's crazy good.
Yeah. I didn't really like it at first. Well, I mean, I liked it at first, but I didn't like as much as I ended up liking it.
Well, I kind of was like over his like phony delivery, but then I'm like, that's kind of the point of the promo.
Yeah.
So it really ended up working. And
but he said he's also been busting his ass for 25 years straight or something. I remember we were talking about this when this went on. You weren't even.
Can you stop mentioning this shit, dude?
You haven't even been wrestling for 25 years. Like.
No, he has.
Well, he was, but not. He wasn't in WWE for 25 years.
He was fucking jobbing in the California Indies.
He had a 14-year run from 2002
to 2016.
Yeah. Like, and then he did sporadic appearances.
You can't claim that shit was 25 years. I know for some people it might have felt like 25 years, but it was not 25 years.
Super Cena.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that would take 25 years off of anybody's life, except for me, because, you know.
You mark.
A rock.
You're on Russo's mark list, pal.
I really am. Well, so is like every wrestling fan ever. What is he talking about?
Oh, boy.
Talking about the R-Truth Cena match, it was very brief. It was clear that R-Truth didn't want to hurt the Golden Goose. Mm-hmm. Cena doing the great promo with Punk lying there, and you know, having it be almost a shot-for-shot recreation of the pipe bomb. That's cool. I'm still not getting the whole I'm trying to ruin wrestling. But...
It's by the way, let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's not John Cena's greatest promo ever, like some people are saying it is. It's not.
Oh God, no. Oh no.
Some people want to go out on their limb and say it's the best thing he's ever done. Like, God forbid, bro.
Oh God, no.
That's what I don't like about wrestling fans, man.
I gave you one specific one that he had that was better than this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it was now. What did I say?
The Roman one. It's called a promo, kid. You're gonna have to learn how to do it.
Oh, that's good, but even the Roman ones in 2021 were
The Romo ones. Tony Romo.
ones. Tony Romo. No, and then the night after he wins from JBL in WrestleMania 21 is better than this. Fucking his stuff with Batista in 2010 is pretty damn good.
Yeah, including that awesome I Quit match.
Oh, I'm talking about promo wise.
Yeah, I know.
They kind of both matched up to each other really well.
I'm just kind of dictating that match because that's one of my favorites of all time.
I got you, dude. Punk versus Cena at Money in the Bank's my third favorite match ever.
Yeah,
and I'm
hyped as hell.
I remember watching him and Bray live at Mania 30 and hating it.
30? Oh my god!
Wow. I hated that one.
Well,
that's really ruining wrestling. He's been ruining wrestling for 25 years.
25 years jobbing as what was even Cena's name on the California Indies. Hold on, I'll
look this one up for you.
It's been so long that I can't even remember what it was.
John.
No, he was the prototype still. He was the prototype. But he was. Yeah. Wait, dude, there's a picture of him going against Crash Holly.
Whoa, like send me that one, first off. Send me that one, Tiger.
Hold on. I gotta save this image real quick.
Wow.
Yeah, this is from 2000. And this is Crash Holly and John Cena.
If I remember when I'm editing, I'll put the picture up here. Wow. Wow.
That's actually nuts. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That haircut's disgusting.
It is gross, but he kind of had that mostly even through OVW.
How'd he get over?
This is out of California. This is... Dude, just because Stephanie thought it would be funny to have a white rapper on the show. That's the only way he ever got over.
Stephanie called it. Wow.
He said, you know what? You know, it would be great if we had, like...
If we had a culture vulture on the show.
I guess that's one way to put it. If we have someone who can understand the hip people...
Those people. God.
I can just imagine Vince going, you know who I can push to the black community? John Cena. I can hear that shit, bro. Stephanie pitches that idea, and Vince goes, well, you know, he'll be great for the African-American community.
It was the first Cody Rhodes. Anyways,
He really was. He really was. But he didn't have a black wife.
Final thoughts on SmackDown.
Well, having seen as one of his top 10 promos of all time, like, I say top 10 as in it's like 10 or 9.
I think every single angle on this show was pretty damn good.
Yeah, everything was good, and it was better than Dynamite, and just barely, and Dynamite's great. No, I'm sorry, I prefer the Cena promo over the Mystico MJF match.
But it's a wrestling television show. I like Dynamite more.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry, I like SmackDown a little bit more.
Well, you're just a mark, bud.
Yeah, you're just a mark of versus mark. Yeah,
you're a mark for those terrible promos. I bet you got a little erection whenever he did the pipe bomb promo, brother. You little mark. God.
Oh my God! That's just first off, that's disgusting. Second,
it's not false.
Okay. No, it is completely false. You dick! You can't tell people that I just go and get a boner every time somebody mentions the pipe bomb promo.
He gets hard over wrestling, guys.
Pants, Andrews?
It gets hard over men wrestlers.
Oh my god.
And you know I'm right.
Oh my god. All right. Well, we finally finished the wrestling portion of this show
Thankfully.
after about an hour. Yeah.
God, that took us long enough. I want to die.
It's literally been an hour and 12 minutes, bro.
That wasn't too bad.
Lit. No.
Because we also had the finals
Oh.
portion. Brother.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oh, so is there anything else that are we gonna talk about? Nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna talk about the Stanley Cup. Florida Panthers won. LMAO. All right, they did the same thing that they did last year. They beat.
I'm gonna put
beat
that
the
in there so I
Oilers.
remember to edit this part out.
Child left behind.
I'm keeping that one in. Oh man, I hate my life. Like,
Okay, bro. Florida Panthers won 4-2. Did the same thing they did to the Oilers last year. That's pretty much it. I wanted to talk more about the Stanley Cup, but I physically cannot do this. My head is like killing me. And I gotta get to bed, bro. He's gotta edit all this.
2.5 hours, brother. Probably.
Did you at least see the Cornette I Was There thing? The Kaufman Lawler. Yeah.
Oh, I saw it, but I didn't.
Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It's great information. Yeah, anyway, that's all I gotta say to you, buddy. I gotta fuck, I have to do this in like 48 hours.
To other people who came on Monday today,
On Monday. I love that idea.
So to those of you
Might
who
have saw it
came on
coming
Monday,
tonight. But come Monday, fellas.
we're gonna be back. But anyways, for all of you who came on Monday and have stayed to this point, we appreciate you. We love you. Yeah. We appreciate
Yeah.
you. Join the Discord
Yeah.
server. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe to the channel. And remember, next week, you might have saw it coming this week, but you won't see it coming next week. Come Monday.
I love that idea.